What's up, guys? Here is a good way to stop the double underpass. This one is pretty gi dependent. There's other ways to do it, no gi, but this one, it definitely is gi dependent. So she's going to be going for the double underpass. If I let her get her hands together, that's when she's going to be strong. Usually when somebody gets to this point where their hands are together, I'm fighting tooth and nail to get them back apart. Because if she doesn't have her hands together, then for her to like really like stack me and keep me like and start to work that double underpass, it's going to be a lot harder for her. But once she has them together, then she can really get me up and start getting by my legs. So ideally what I want to do is as soon as her hands are coming together, I'm grabbing them and like keeping them apart. So from here, so now I'm pulling them apart. I'm going to go feet on the hips on both sides. So that you could really only see this side right now, but I'm mirroring that right there. So I'm just going foot on the hip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get sleep control. So I'm just going to get my like forefinger like roll grip here on both sides. So from here, feet on the hips, I'm trying to like push her away, and ideally what I want to do is kind of get into like a butterfly here so I can move her around and start working. So I stopped the double underpass, but I want to switch to something else. So I have sleep control still. What I'm wanting to do is bring one side out. Usually I like to use my left leg, so one's going to come out and go right on the shoulder. So this one's still hooking inside. You can go to the hip either way. So it goes on the shoulder to make space. If she's still in nice and tight, like sometimes like I really have to like use my thigh to press her away and then replace it with my foot. Like I'm just trying to create that distance. So I still have my grips here. This foot's on the hip. I'm going foot on the shoulder and I'm pushing her away and going here. What I'm looking to do is get the one that's on the shoulder back in right there. Alright, so I kind of have just both feet are on the hip, but this one's inside. I'm controlling the inside space. I'm dominating the inside space. So here, right there. So I'm going to go from there, and obviously you can probably see it now, like the triangle's right there. A lot of people, like, they'll hang out here. Like, they don't feel like super in danger yet. I don't know why. Like, alarms would be going off in my head, like, oh, a triangle's coming. But I set this one up all the time. So once I get to this point, all I'm going to do is kick this one straight, and then I'm going to start pulling on these sleeves. When I start pulling, I'm going to shoot this one in. See how I really pulled her into that triangle? Then I'm just going to leg curl that down. Boom, lock in my triangle. And then do my basic finishes from there. So she goes double under. If she gets her hands together and starts to try to stack me, I'm trying to get them apart. And a good way to get them apart is to kind of like, I don't even know what I equate that to, but I'm grabbing her wrist and I'm going, no! Now I got her hands apart. Sleep control, pushing on the hips, trying to extend her away. If I need to go butterfly with it, I can. And from here, you can go sweeps, but what we're going to do is set up that triangle. So, foot on the hip, foot on the shoulder, pushing her away. But when I'm pushing, I'm not relaxing with these grips. Because if I'm just pushing her and I'm relaxing, she's going to get inside control. So when I start to push, there's this pull with this too. So if she tries to circle that in, it's not going to happen. And I'm keeping good tension. Foot on the hip. Boom. I call this one the Kraken guard. I'm sure there's another name for it, because it doesn't matter what you call it. But I call it Kraken. So here, boom. Feet on the hip. When I go to shoot my triangle, I'm shooting my left leg underneath, and I'm pulling with this. That way I can lock in that triangle. Right there. And she's extended out. It's deep. I can cut my angle and start to squeeze. Alright. She gets double under. She gets her hands together. I grab wrists. I'm trying to break her grip apart. I'll do a little shake. Yeah. Sleep control, feet on the hips. Right there. Foot on the shoulder, pushing her away, continuing to pull with this. Push, foot on the hip. So I have inside control. Something that you probably can't see is this isn't just like there and I'm pulling it out too. Keeping good tension all around. So I'm dictating where she's going. Here, looking to shoot my triangle, so I pull. Here. If they do like are trying to really pull away, you can still shoot your triangle, but it's easier if they're really not trying to back out. It's still possible to get, but I've been using this one quite a bit lately and it works really well. I don't just set it up from the double underpass, like I'll still set it up. Like if I have feet on the hip, inside control, sleeves, I'll go over. And it works just the same. I like that technique a lot. So that is a way to stop the double underpass, to get into your Kraken guard, to get the triangle choke. Alright, try that out.